What's going on? I'm gonna do a super quick toy haul of what some things that I picked up and I got in the mail, and then I'm gonna do a quick review of Piledriver from the new Marvel Legends Arnim Zola line. So let's start off with today. I got in another Soda Street Fighter figure. That's right, I got a Don, fellas. A Don. Look at that face. Got a lot of detail there in the body. He came complete. This guy has got tight joints and all that jazz. So he's a great figure. I'm glad that I have him. I think he's definitely underrated for Soda line, but picked him up. He came complete, like I said, so he has the extra head and he has the extra hands and everything. He's spot on with his paint. Picked this guy up from Toy Base 10. This is going to be Darkseid's son. And my opinion is, any given Sunday, this guy could whoop the crap out of some Superman. As a matter of fact, anytime I ever see any show with Superman in it and he's fighting this guy seems to pummel Superman. And the reason why that he gets away is because all of a sudden this guy starts with a K. I can't remember, you know, gets fed up with his dad, Darkseid, and starts trying to fight him and whatnot. So then let's see, set him down. Got this at Toy Base 10, also a Superman figure. I don't think there's anything in particular about this figure that makes it super special or anything. I just went and picked him up. I needed a Superman figure to go ahead and go with that other one that I got. I'd like a nicer figure, or a nicer Superman figure, which I'll get later. This is kind of toyish or kiddie-ish or whatever. I'm fine with that. Got this Amigo, not Amigo, it's Migo, Spider-Man. He was the only one there at Toy Base 10 that had tight joints and everything that wasn't broken. Picked him up for a good price. I'm happy to have him. Need to get a case for him to put him in. Even his costume is well made on the back. No torn buttons or anything like that. So definitely happy to have him and to be able to pick him up. So set him down. Also picked up Soda Street Fighter Blanca. Got this guy in the mail also. I went ahead and put the skull in his hand. I thought that was pretty wicked. If you take a look there. This is going to be the translucent version. And the more that I have this version, I like it better than I think just the regular olive version. Because he still looks green. He has that shimmery look, but kind of when light hits him stuff gives him like that electric look, which is really cool because that's one of his main attack moves, But this guy's complete. I have the extra head, the extra, little props and everything that he has. He's got a lot of detail, like on his toes. You can see like the grooves and everything in his toes, and the coloration, the brown and everything, just like real dingy. Even on his pants, and I'm really excited that I have this guy. So this guy's freaking awesome. So set him down, and then I also got this guy or this girl at Toy Base 10. So this is Sea Viper from NECA. She actually goes really well with the Soda Street Fighters. Reason why is she does have heels, so she's going to be taller than the other guys. But if you think about it, I mean, she was already a tall fighter to begin with, so she kind of blends in just fine, in my opinion. Her size and build and everything is great. She's got a lot of detail, like in her face and her clothes. Absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely. Even with the clothing, you can see like all the detail, how the pants are bunched at the bottom. So I like this figure. So this is probably one of my favorite female figures that I have right now is this Sea Viper. And I do set her up nicely with the display with my Soda Street Fighter figures, and she blends in really well. So this is what I really wanted to do, was review Piledriver. This is going to be a really quick, maybe 5-minute review of him. Just to go over a few things. This figure is nice. To address some points, some people thought the arms to Piledriver are larger than Terrax. Well, the gloves and the color scheme with the white on the blue gives it the appeal that it looks bigger, but his arms really aren't bigger. Maybe his shoulders are slightly bigger. And he's not really taller than Thor. The only thing that makes him seem like he's taller than Thor is because his hair sticks up like that. Because of that, he's technically going to be the same height as Thor. The build on his legs are big, but Thor's legs are actually larger than this in the Terrax wave. So I think he's well proportioned. And I think that the sizing on him is fine because, you know, he doesn't have any other supernatural powers besides the Asgardian powers that he got, which was his strength, which they all have, all of the Wrecking Crew have. So if out of anything, you know, for them to be bulky and big and have that strength and that be their only, you know, power that they have, I think that that's fine. They are allowed to be huge, large, and in charge. I don't care as long as, you know, Hulk is bigger than these guys when they make that figure. So as far as his articulation, he looks all the way up. He looks all the way down. His head does do a full 360, ball jointed shoulders, swivel. He's got a swivel at the glove here, just right at the forearm. There is no articulation in the hand or the wrist, which sucks. He does have a nice ab crunch forward and backwards, but you can see here that it doesn't continue all the way up with that line. He's got the shading, but it doesn't continue that ab line all the way up, which is really awkward. Obviously, you know, Thunderball is going to be the same figure, just a black version, different paint on the body and a different head sculpt. So, you know, you're going to have the same thing. He does have a nice swivel here at the thigh. Double jointed knees. You know, he's got some articulation there in the boot or in his ankle for up and back, and he's got some toe articulation. He's got a slight rocker, but not really. So, but you can still do some things with it. I do like that the belt is not attached, which is a nice touch. But something that drives me insane is you can see here that his pants are nice and shimmery red. His gloves are shimmery blue. He's got the nice, you know, spray or overcoat right here on the white portion of his shirt, you know, and it really stands out, which is great. It's on his arms. That's great. But then you get up here to the top, and that red portion is not a glossy like red to match his pants and the uniform. Instead, it's like a chalky type red, which you can see, and it doesn't have that leathery look to it, which is disappointing. The other disappointing thing is if they're going to do the dry brushing or the overspray on his muscles, his abdomen and arm, the white portion of them, they should have done something on his pants. And I think they kind of failed on that part, but overall I think they still did a good job. When you look for this figure, if you're looking for good paint apps, the only thing you really need to be worried about is his collar line, which you can see on mine. His collar line is great, and then on his mask on his face, you want to make sure that there's not a lot of run onto his skin. You can see on mine it has a little bit where it runs over onto the skin, but it's not that bad. You know, you can take a little Gundam pin that Chris told me you can do and probably just touch that up. Not a big deal. So that and around his eyes. All in all, this guy is great. Like the grimace look that he has. I mean, that to me, that is just sick. Aside from that on his head articulation, check this out. It's weird because it kind of does this rocking thing. You can get it to rock like that if you really want it to. Kind of weird, right? So aside from going forward and backwards and around, and he can even, you know, his head even tilts a little bit to either side like that, which is nice. I think that's really my favorite part, is that they've really fixed the articulation in the neck and the head and things in all of these figures. For this figure, him being bigger and bulkier, they did a good job. Overall, you know, the rating on him, I'll give him like an 8.5. He's definitely not my favorite, but I am excited to have the entire Wrecking Crew. And so this week I'll probably try to pick up Thunderball if he comes out. And Toys R Us will stock back up on their figures. If not, I'm not going to cry over it because Walmart or Target will have it for cheaper. Chris and I will go ahead and probably have that Arnim Zola figure built for that trade that we had talked about at Toy Base 10. So that's really it. Be looking for another video. I'm going to have some comics that I picked up that I had CGC graded, and I'll kind of go over those. If you guys want a lengthier review maybe of some of these Soda Street Fighter figures, let me know. Aside from that, I'm at 40 subscribers, so make sure you subscribe. I think up top, comment down below, because once I hit 50, I'm giving away some free stuff, and I've already decided some of those things that I'm going to give away. It's going to be some free Marvel Legends, and maybe even a Soda Street Fighter figure. Not really sure which one yet, but we'll see. So make sure you comment, and definitely make sure you subscribe, because 10 more and you're in the drawing, and everybody's going to get an opportunity, all out of my 50 subscribers that I have, to win you know, some free toys. So on that note, subscribe.